coming up right now is these guys, these two douchebags. This is the guy, the head of the World Economic Forum, that Klaus Schwab, and this is he is the CEO of Pfizer. Right now, he's a veterinarian, and to me, he's just like a mini version of this guy. Right? They both have an accent. Well, here, watch.
With a vaccine, but we knew that there is a very fanatic group of anti-vaxxers that will go after us no matter what. They will claim that the sun didn't.
So I want you to be able to hear what he's saying because he has a thick accent. Where's he from, boy? Is he from Brazil or something? Anyway, where is he from? But he's saying that they're victims of anti-vaxxers. Ready? Watch. What?
He's Greek.
What? Oh, he's Greek?
Yeah.
Is from Greece? Okay.
With a vaccine, but we knew that there is a very fanatic group of anti-vaxxers that will go after us no matter what. They will claim that the sun didn't go up because people were vaccinated, and that created issues with the crop, so I'm suing you. And one thing it is to sue you in the US, another thing is to sue you in a country where the legal system is not up to that standards, or in Switzerland, right? So I think.
So first of all, he's complaining that they're being sued. Last time I checked, they can't be sued for the vaccines in the United States anyway. You can't sue them.
He said it's in places where their legal system isn't up to standard.
Is it up to the standard? And what would that standard be? That standard would be you need a legal system that can be bought by big pharma, and then you get blanket immunity from prosecution. That's the kind of standards we're looking for in a legal system, where you buy the government and the regulatory body that is supposed to impose those regulations on you and let people sue you for injury. No, you buy them, you get blanket immunity, and oh, what an advanced form of judicial system they have in the United States. That's what he's saying.
Who sued them because they said the vaccine meant the sun didn't come up? That's what,
right.
Does that mean someone died? Like, what are you talking? What is he talking about?
So let's listen to this again, because you got to get
with a vaccine. But we knew that there is a very fanatic group of anti-vaxxers that will go after us no matter what. They will claim that the sun didn't go up because people were vaccinated, and that created issues with the crop.
No, what they claimed was that they got vaccine injured by the vaccine, that it gave them myocarditis and other problems like that I had. You know, neurological problems, stuff like that. Women having problems with their menstrual cycle, stuff like that. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They're not saying that the sun didn't come up. They're saying that your product injured them. You know, like you did that document dump where you didn't want to release your vaccine trials for 75 years. You remember that?
Could you be talking about that too, by the way, the suing them to get the documents?
Yeah, they probably sued them. Yeah, they had to be sued to get, they had to sue the FDA because the FDA is captured by Pfizer. So Pfizer actually is dictating to the FDA. You know, that's how it's not the other way around. The FDA is not dictating to Pfizer. Pfizer is dictating to Joe Biden and the administration, the Democratic Party, the FDA, and the CDC. So just so you know, that's not the other way around. It's called regulatory capture. And this isn't new. This isn't a new idea. Everybody knew this and accepted this until we got to coronavirus, until COVID. Everybody totally accepted that the FDA, it's called corporate capture. I mean, it's regulatory capture. Everybody admitted this. And so that's why they're not being sued. Because they own the government and the politicians and the regulatory bodies. They own them. That's why. And so now he's got to make up this fucking bullshit about people are suing them because the sun didn't come up. Okay.
The phrasing of that sentence is just incredible.
Yes.
As Kurt pointed out.
So I'm suing you. And one thing it is to sue you in the US, another thing is to sue you in a country.
It's one thing to sue you in the U.S. where we own the government. It's another thing to sue you in another country where we don't own the government. And then they actually have a fair trial and we're going to get screwed.
The legal system is not up to that standards, or in Switzerland, right? So I think that's behind us. everything went okay, and now I think we can move on.
Everything went okay. We didn't get sued in the United States. Nobody's really suing our ass off that bad, and we pulled one over on them. Wait till you get to your 15th booster. Am I right? Everything that's behind us now. Now we're going to make new coronavirus vaccine. We're going to sell it with new scare tactics, maybe monkeypox. Okay.
We were both targets of the anti-vaccine movements and conspiracy people claiming that I had triple. I wonder what it is. Triple COVID. Yeah, and something. Well, I think it got hundreds of thousands of clicks and so on. I know you were also target.
I read one day but was arrested by FBI.
Yeah, same happened to me.
And there are pictures of me and FBI officers. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I never said. The surprising thing it is that the same publication, I found out because I had published, the previous one that was arrested was the Pope by FBI. So...
Well, I never heard those conspiracies. Klaus Schwab had triple COVID, and Albert Boya was arrested by the FBI, and it got thousands of clicks. Boy, that is rough. Sorry, I didn't know you had to go through that. I've already alerted Taylor Lorenz. So they're pretending they're the victim. It got thousands of clicks. Someone said I had triple COVID. There's no such thing as triple COVID. That was a joke, right? That someone made up.
Someone even said a thing. So someone actually did say that as a joke?
As a joke. Someone said that he had triple COVID. That's a joke.
The Babylon Bee conspiracy. I had to kill them with a laser.
So I don't remember hearing, and by the way, I never even heard the triple COVID joke until he mentioned it, and I looked it up. And that's when I found out it was a joke.
Yeah.
And so I haven't even heard any of these conspiracy theories that they're bringing up. You know what I have heard? I remember hearing about things that actually happened and shit that you actually said. I've heard a lot of those news stories about shit that's actually happened and shit you've actually said. I've heard another conspiracy theory about this, about how everybody who was the head of the FDA then went straight to work for Pfizer. I've heard about that. About how people work for drug companies or at the FDA and they go, or the CDC, and they go right to work for you guys. I've heard that. Or how about this? How about two top FDA officials resigned over the booster shot plan? The two, who was it? It was the two officials who ran the vaccine department at the FDA. They've already resigned. And so now you have the guys who with the spine who will stand up and say something about they're gone. Now they have yes men in their place. So they got rid of those people, and they barely reported it. The FDA announced the resignations on Tuesday. The pair led the FDA office in charge of approving vaccines. They're gone. So now they got the people with integrity out of the way, and they got in their corporate lackeys so they could do this to them. And still, people, even comedians, have no critique of anything COVID. Still. How about this? FDA limits use of Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine, citing clotting risk. I thought there was a conspiracy. I thought this was, aren't these conspiracies? It just seems like news to me. I checked with the News Guard and everything. I'm no Nina Jankowicz or anything, though, but I'm pretty sure this is news and not conspiracy. Here's another one. Vaccine study of 23 million show risk of heart problems from Moderna and Pfizer jab. Is that a conspiracy? The risk of the heart inflammation after receiving doses of the Moderna and Pfizer COVID vaccines has been laid bare in a huge new study of 23 million people. Is that a conspiracy? But you can't get sued for that in America because you own the government. Here's another headline from Israel. COVID vaccines may impair long-term immunity of the virus. Research suggests that vaccinations against COVID via mRNA vaccines may reduce the body's ability to produce a key type of antibody. That's from today. That's from the 22nd of May. That's from Israel. That's a study out of Israel. Is that a conspiracy
from Israel again?
Is that a conspiracy theory? Well, that's because Israel did the Pfizer vaccine. I think they did like 100% Pfizer or something, right?
Oh.
And here you are. And here's your words. You want to hear your words? Here's your words.
And we know that the two doses of the vaccine offer very limited protection, if any.
Whoa, hang on. Let me hear this again.
And we know that the two doses of the vaccine offer very limited protection, if any.
I'm sorry. I think I must have misheard that.
And we know that the two doses of the vaccine offer very limited protection, if any.
So the 2-dose vaccine offers very limited protection, if any, to the Omicron variant. But you're still going to mandate people get that, right? Or lose their job because people did. You're going to mandate people get that or they can't play tennis? I don't know. What else can't they do?
Walk onto any studio lot in Hollywood?
Or walk on any studio lot or go to work.
Yeah, I mean, they were joking in that clip about like these conspiracy theory stories of them getting arrested. You had real people who were getting arrested all across the world for not adhering to, the COVID policies that they
That's
constructed.
Right. That is exactly right. They were arresting people. Boy, did you see what they did in Australia?
Yeah. They had little camps set up for everyone.
And we know that the two doses of the vaccine offer very limited protection, if any. The 3 doses with a booster, they offer reasonable protection against hospitalization and deaths.
And so so in this instance, he's not selling the first 2 doses; he's selling the third. Which is why he says what he just said. Now, the first 2 doses, they give you very little protection. But that third dose, that's where you get your protection. And that's the one I happen to be selling right now.
I think very good. And less protection against infection. Now, we are working on a new version of our vaccine.
Oh, now they're working on a new vaccine. That old vaccine sucked. We got a new one.
Point one, let me put it that way, that will cover Omicron as well. And of course,
can I wait for that one?
Yes, now they're going to come out with a new one. It's going to cover Omicron. That's what he's. Don't worry, we got you. This one doesn't cover Omicron. We got you. Hang on.
We are waiting to have the final results. The vaccine will be ready in March, and we know that the 2 doses of the vaccine offer very limited protection, if any.
He said it's going to be ready in March. It's May. I haven't heard of the new vaccine. Has either of you heard of the new vaccine?
Oh, when was this from?
I don't know when this was recorded, but it's got to be this year because he's talking about Omicron, and he's saying that the new vaccine is going to be ready by March. So I guess this was January, February of this year. That's what my guess is.
Oh, I guess I should have gotten more boosters of the old one then.
Yeah.
I just saw Moderna to seek approval for Omicron vaccine in Japan this fall. That was today reported.
What is it? Say it again.
Today, they just reported Moderna is seeking approval for Omicron vaccine in Japan this fall.
Jesus. So he said, and just remember, he says,
and we know that the 2 doses of the vaccine offer very limited protection, if any.
If any. He said, if any. So there's a possibility that it offers no protection. That's what if any means. Are you a doctor, Mr. Boiler? Oh, that's right, you're not. That's right, you're not a doctor. You're not a virologist. You're not anything. You're a vet, which I love vets, by the way. So, and just remember, Uncle Joe said,
when we finally do, God willing, get a vaccine, who's going to take the shot? Who's going to take the shot? You can be the first one to say, sign me up. They now say it's okay. If the president announced tomorrow we have a vaccine, would you take it? Only if it was completely transparent.
and it wasn't. They hid the data for 75 years.
But he still got it.
He still got it.
What are you gonna the indignant? Are you gonna take it?
Yeah.
Are you an idiot?
That's what everybody was saying when Trump was president. And now you're some kind of a flat earth moron Trumper if you say that now.
Didn't Kamala actually say, like, if Trump was the one who was...
I ain't going to take it. Yeah. If Trump tells me to take it, I ain't taking it. Well, let's see what else is on this. Maybe
other experts in the country could look at it. Only if we knew all of what went into it. If Donald Trump can't give answers and the administration can't give answers to these three questions, the American people should not have confidence.
But if Donald Trump tells us that we should take it, I'm not taking it.
There it is.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
So when Trump was out of office, they scrapped the vaccine that his administration approved and then started over, right? And they made this better one.
All the millions of vials of the doses, they just got rid of them.
Here's that guy. Here's the guy, Kyle Becker. He says, wow, I think Schwab mentioned my satirical jest about him getting triple COVID at Davos. What a whiner, LOL. And there his breaking. Klaus Schwab, founder of WEF, now has the dreaded triple COVID.
That's very clearly a joke, by the way.
He even put it in quotes. Yeah, now has the dreaded. That's totally worded as a joke. There's no such thing as triple COVID. The dreaded.
Klaus Schwab, not known for his sense of humor.
No.
I like the conspiracy of like, what's the thing in the future? You will own nothing and be happy.
Yeah,
like Judge Smales from Caddyshack. Like, you'll get nothing and like it.
And like it. Now they're saying that as a policy. Hey, we're doing stand-up comedy in Irvine, California, Las Vegas, San Diego, Salt Lake City, Indianapolis, Louisville, all over the place. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for tickets.